Today was one of those days where it felt like I was getting pulled in multiple directions all at once, and I had all kinds of things I wanted to get done. And throughout the day, as I was getting one thing done here, and then I'd have to go do another thing, and then I'd come back and start working on this little bit of a project, and then go to do something else. And there's a lot going on, but at the end of the day, I still think I got quite a bit done back here in the woodyard. No work done with the saws or the splitters or anything like that, but let me just give you a little look around and see how things are shaping up here in the woodyard. I did have a pretty crazy couple days at the roadside stand. Everyone, I think, heading out for the holiday weekend, and they were loading up on firewood, bags and stacks. But anyway, so that was one of the things I wanted to get kind of more organized back here and get things in place so I can kind of start getting ready for some stuff to come. But let me show you what I got done here. So this area over here was all full of wood. That's down in that area was all stuff for bundles in the stand, and then up here was all my bigger chunks, boiler wood and whatnot. I still have this little bit of a stack left. But what I'm finding is this is all oak, and then over there is a little mix of some hackberry, some ash. Well, what I'm finding is that there's pieces in this pile that are a good size for bundles, and then there's also bigger chunks that are good for like selling in the stand. So I got 2 totes down here that I'm just gonna keep picking away at this pile, make one tote full of bundle wood and another tote full of just bigger splits that I'd probably end up selling this fall and winter for like heating. So this is all the wood that I have left in this one area. And what I needed to do was get the remainder of the big chunks taken in to the woodshed, and then I also wanted to get all these pallets picked up. So now what I'm doing is those stacks right there, I'm going to start stacking all of the stuff that I split now this year. So the stuff that was some of the stuff I split last week. That's going to be started stacking it down the line right here. So that's why I wanted to get all of this stuff cleaned up. I got this area all cleared out. I'll show you that in a bit. Down here there was There was some other little stragglers, some chunks that I needed to get into the boiler. Oh, and I guess still have some pavers down here I need to pick up. But yeah, all the stuff, like just little odds and ends, things that I wanted to get done to start the long weekend here. Oh yeah, there's a fresh load of ash that came in the other day. So after getting all of those pallets picked up, I brought them over here, and now I have my stacks of pallets that I can use for stacking or whatever I end up needing them for. So I lined up all of my totes. I have 2 empty that I can use to move wood around. And then all of these are from when was it? Last summer? Last fall, maybe? So these 2 are all ash. And I'm gonna end up pulling out of this for bundles in the roadside stand. And then this tote is for my personal burning use this fall. There's some locusts in there, some pine, just a mix of all kinds of stuff. And then these last 3 totes are all red pine. And I thought I would end up using these for the boiler, just throwing them in, because I think last year I ended up getting a load of pine. But now what I think I'm going to end up doing, because of the way bundle sales have been, or bags, the way bags have been selling, I think I'm going to end up re-splitting some of this stuff down into smaller pieces and using it to mix in with that pile over there, mix it in with the ash, mix it in with some oak, because it's better used as campfire wood than throwing it in the boiler. And then we moved on to taking down the old bucking platform. So I wanted to move this because, well, you'll see, I want to also move this little splitter shed. However, you might not be able to see, but there is a robin's nest right up there in the corner. She's sitting on her eggs right now. So I'm gonna have to wait to move that shed probably another month. But I've got that stuff clean. I gotta clean up those rounds over there and then get this site here kind of prepped. 37D still sitting here. I did take the logs that were on the bucking platform. I took 2 of them and set them over here to kind of make a new bucking area. And I'm going to try to do what Jeffrey does over there at Mountaintop Outdoors and just kind of cut 3/4 of the way through and then roll the log off and finish the cut and then have the pile of rounds right by the log lift. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try that here hopefully this weekend. So that was, I started bringing logs from the pile over there, getting them up on the little, this probably is temporary bucking platform. Like I said, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. I'm gonna have to discipline myself to only cut 3/4 of the way through and then roll the log off and finish the cut. Because I'm used to always just bucking, you know, if it's up off the ground, you just buck right on through. And if you were on the live stream last night, you saw that I was burning up the slash from last week. So this is what's left of it. The slash from the box wedge. And it actually burned very well. It gave off some great flame. This stuff's been sitting out in the sun here for a week. So that little bit of slash to clean up. But now I think I'm going to be doing the slash and burning the slash on Friday nights. That's going to be the Friday night's fuel for the fire. So all of the slash and the bags and the wood for the stand, I have been using this Ultratech trailer. Hooked back up to the little green machine. For those of you that have been around since the early days, you remember that used to be what I would go into the woods and haul rounds out with and move the splitter around with, the little green machine. But anyway, this Ultratech trailer, man, that thing is just so handy. Like I said, I throw the bags in there, run it up to the stand, come out, get some wood for the stacks, throw it in there, run it up to the stand. So that was the day. In between running around and doing a whole bunch of other stuff, I did get a little work done here in the wood yard. And it was just some of that maintenance work, the stuff that, you know, it's nothing glamorous. It's just stuff that, the odds and ends that you need to get done, you know, picking up pallets, picking up scrap wood, cleaning up little piles here and there. Just stuff that you need to get done to make way for bigger projects that are waiting to get started. And, well, using that 5-way box wedge, I got to get going on this pile of oak and then completely fill up the woodshed. But those projects will have to wait for another day, because now it is the end of the day and it is time to go over, sit around the fire pit, relax, and burn up some of the scraps that I picked up today. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night.